Weirdos, balls and ghouls, how are we all doing? Today, we're going to be taking a look at Nuke's top 5. Why do we look at Nuke's top 5? To see if there's anything that we think is real, or is it all fake? If we can debunk anything, or if anything leaves a scratch in our heads. But just before we get into that video, I would like to speak to you today about the sponsor of this video, Flexspot. The Flexspot have provided this desk for me, the next generation height adjustable desk, the E7 Pro, and this thing has become a game changer for me. Because of this desk's multiple positions, me that suffers with my back, I have fused vertebrae, so sitting for long periods of time causes me extreme pain, and this desk has alleviated that because I don't have to sit. I can literally, with the press of a button, lift the desk up to a height where I can stand and lean against it, and then later on I can drop it back down into a sitting position. A lot of my live streams now, I'm stood up because of the long periods of time. After editing all day, the last thing I want to be doing is sat down again. And obviously, being stood up, you're going to have better posture than being slouched in a chair. Also, standing while working improves your circulation, which can benefit your heart and stop things like deep vein thrombosis. It could reduce the risk of cardiovascular issues from long periods of sitting. Alternating between standing and sitting can help you to maintain concentration. And it can reduce the fatigue of being sat in the same space for 8 hours a day, like I used to have to do. And obviously when you're stood up, it encourages a bit more movement from you, which can lead to increased concentration and productivity. And also, as a lot of you know, I've struggled with my weight over the last few years, and having the ability to stand up and keep moving while I'm working also can help to promote a little bit of weight loss and a bit of more of a healthy lifestyle. If you can integrate one of these desks into your work routine and into your lifestyle, it can improve your quality of life and your work rate immeasurably. I have noticed the difference with this desk. With the desk fully extended and with a drink placed on a coaster on the desk, a risky movement for most things that are this tall off the floor. There's very little wobble. I'm not slopping drinks everywhere. And as you can tell by the shots in this video, 3 monitors, a big PC, the keyboard, all of the wires, the desk, the monitor risers, all of these things all add to the weight. The E7 Pro is equipped with individual drive motors in each leg. So there's an enhanced stability and a heavy duty capacity that can lift up to 160 kilograms. And the cable management feature that mentioned earlier, take a look under the desk. When I'm raising the desk or lowering the desk, I'm not getting cables bunched up or stretched. They're all far neater than I've been able to do with any other desk that I have owned over the years. So this desk has allowed me to work harder and better than ever before, just with the ability to stand and sit and to negate the chronic back pain that I suffer. This desk has alleviated that for me. Now, this desk is at a very, very reasonable price, and with this promotion on, you can get this desk 50% cheaper than the usual rate. These desks also come with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day free return policy, and their customer service is first class. So please head on over to flexspot.co.uk. There will be links in the video description down below. Head on over and take a look. And there will also be a link for the 8th anniversary sale in the description down below, where you can get 50% off your order of the E7 Pro. Check out Flexspot today, and even though they haven't asked me to do it, I will be adding the Flexspot name to my live streams. I'll use a little banner up in the top corner because I am so happy with the product that they have sent me. Back to your video. So we'll be looking at 10 scary videos to creep you out. As always, I'll be skipping a lot of Nuke's voiceover work just because that's his content. Go and watch his content. Let's get into the video. Okay, so Nuke tells us a story, and the story is that a child runs into his dad and says, there's a man throwing stuff about in the living room. The dad then goes into the living room, sees that there's stuff thrown everywhere, and then checks the CCTV to work out what's going on. Because that's what CCTV is for, watching your own living room. Let's have a look, shall we? As usual, the first thing that moves all the way down there comes from off camera. My immediate thought here is, this child that's just run onto camera across this direction Came from back here and we couldn't see him. But what is to say that there isn't somebody else back there with strings on these items that have pulled them towards where this child was. And this is just a game. Hey son, we're going to make a spooky video. Do you want in? Yes. I can't prove it, but the way things are going to an area that we can't see properly is normally part of the course for these fake videos. I couldn't see a string, but look at the quality of this video. The artifacting all over the place. CCTV cameras. They're great if you get burgled. They are not great for looking in detail at anything. Take that, cushion. You will not slide. Is it just me, or when he was over here in the push, he threw the thing the first time, did he turn back and look at someone? Maybe. Oh, see the way that was pulled there? Let's hit the table leg and then swung around it. That's not being moved by spirit or an entity. That's a string. And that string has got caught around that table leg, meaning that the soft toy has had to hit the table leg and then bounce around it while being pulled. All of the movements are quite jerky. While I can't prove it, I am 100% convinced that is just a family trying to make a video to get on the Nukes because it looks like string pulls. And he's just tripped over the string. He didn't. He's talking to someone there. That kid, when that little toy got pulled the last time there, that kid turned, looked at somebody and started talking. Probably why there's no sound in this video.
The dog bed then aggressively slides back towards him, knocking him over.
Did that dog bed aggressively slide the hook towards him and knock him over? Or did he throw himself on there after it moved?
The dog bed then aggressively slides back towards...
I think a man was moving things, just happened to be the kid's dad pulling strings. There we go. Okay, so the next clip is a glitch in the Matrix. And this TikTok user, we all know what I think about TikTok, sees something in a window. And I can already tell you exactly what the problem is here. It's a perspective issue. He's saying, hey, where's this car? Where's this car? Where's the reflection of these cars? He's looking at an angle through a camera. This car is off at an angle somewhere else being reflected because here we can see the headlights in the door of this car. This car is way back here somewhere.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting?
Right, you've just said where is this car reflecting? What about the car that just pulled out of shot? There was just a car. There's a car there. This car reverses out of shot. Yet there's no car in front of this door because it's perspective. That's all these videos ever are. Where's this car from the reflection? Somewhere else because of the angle you're looking at.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window? It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car?
Hand to the right.
What? Where is that car?
We couldn't see this car that's now moving pulling out. And it didn't come from this spot. It came from over this way. I'm utterly convinced that that is just some weird perspective. And whoever's filming it would have known. And they've just sort of made sure they've only captured certain vehicles to go viral on TikTok. But that's just a guess. Okay, we've got another glitch in the Matrix video. Moon discharge. We've seen one of these before. There's a very natural reason for it that I've discussed. Wow, that sound. Wow. Excuse me one moment. Tuesday, April the 2nd. Okay, so having a Google search and looking at NASA and, you know, anything that's more credible than TikTok, this event never happened on this date. It didn't happen. So I assume that people were out looking and shouting about something. It was all acted, and that's some sort of TikTok lightning effect, because if something like that had been recorded, and I've looked at the NASA website and all over Google, it's only on TikTok that this is found. Just saying. On to the next clip, I'm not wasting time with this. Okay, so this next video, Candice Gardner goes to a prison and after, not for anything criminal, visits a prison and thinks that something dark has followed her home. And this is going to be the video. The issue here is, I recognize the name Candice or Candice. I recognize the woman in the video. I'm pretty sure she's been called fake by other debunkers, but let's have a look. This one where something gets thrown off top of the cupboard? Yeah. Right, that didn't get thrown from the top of the cupboard, that got thrown up there and bounced down.
And these frightening incidents continue to escalate.
Ooh, but what could that be? We can't see what is behind this pillar. We can't see any if there's somebody ducked down behind you. We can't even see if she didn't throw that herself. Let's have a look. I'm going to frame by frame it. So she's scooched down for something. Where does this item come from? I don't know what's going on there, but then the brush just randomly appears. There's two videos playing at once. But I think what's happened here is while she is stood there doing that, she's held that position for two separate videos. She's been stood there, thrown that thing, stayed still for a few seconds to compose herself, and then acted. Because there's an overlap there. She has two shoulders in this section of the video, just as that hairbrush magically just appears in shot. Look, her ear has moved, her shoulder's in a different position. That's two videos, frame by frame. This is the original, this is the overlaid video of nothing, and then the video underneath bleeds through there. That's why she has two shoulders. Look at that. She's thrown that from that position and then recorded a video of her just stood there, laid them over the top, changed the opacity, and then cut the one video when that brush is already in movement then. It looks like a hairbrush. Why do you have a hairbrush in the kitchen?
Incidents continue to escalate as it seems that the entity wants to seriously hurt Candice.
It's masked in again. Okay, so the first shot, the knife is on her shoulder there. This can of compressed air that I used to clean my lovely desk with is the knife. She's done that. Just thrown it behind her. But watch this. The actual blade of the knife completely disappears and then reappears. How is it doing that? For me, that's just the same trick again. She's got two videos playing and she's clearly stood there, thrown the knife over her shoulder in one video, and then in the next video just stands and then reacts to the said knife. And that's why that blade just randomly disappears from the handle for a frame. It's because that is where the two videos that are playing at the same time, that's where the one video has been masked. Right, I'm sure Mr. Gray did this one on one of his paranormal bingo programs. I'm pretty sure he did that. He's of the same opinion of me, that she's throwing these things herself. Nuke's narration, for some reason, there was just this overlong shot of somebody scratching their bare foot, and I hate feet. Was that a ghost, or did she just bend her own leg to make it look like it was a ghost because people are buying into the knives being thrown and all the rest of it? TikTok infamy. On to the next one. Okay, so the next clip is about a flood in Nebraska. There's a couple in a block of apartments that decide to take the lift down to have a look at the flood. What could possibly go wrong? Is this paranormal?
Look at the flooded city streets for themselves.
I mean, why would you... Why? Why can't you open your window up wherever you are and look out rather than go down into that? That is danger. I wouldn't be going down there.
It was a very bad idea.
Let me see your best moose impression. Swimming in the water. Okay, can you please just hurry? Okay, thank you. Shoot. Hold it.
Tony and his friends didn't realize, but the lower levels of the apartment building were completely flooded with disgusting sewer water. As the elevator reaches the lobby, water pours inside, causing the elevator to malfunction and trap them inside with the rising water.
Okay, that's not paranormal, but that is scary. If that water had kept coming up, what a horrible, horrible thought. Scary? That's far more scary than anything paranormal. You take a lift and you don't realize that you're about to potentially drown yourself. That is horrible. Okay, so the next clip apparently is a ghost dog. Now, the story is this used to be a doctor's office. The doctor had a dog called Watson, and Watson is felt jumping up and down on people.
CCTV footage shows employees and visitors getting nipped at the ankles or even scratched by something that they can't see. Now, with so many people experiencing the exact same phenomena, and with all of it caught on camera, it makes you wonder whether the spirit of little Watson the dog is still hanging around the old soda shop, scaring the patrons, but perhaps only trying to find new friends to play with.
Strange. Now, were all of those people in on it, or is there genuinely something going on there? I don't know. There didn't seem to be any obvious signs of fakery. I guess it's just people shaking their legs and reacting like something has touched their leg, which could be something, could be nothing. Can't debunk that. Kinda cool. I'd like to go there and see if a dog tries to bite my leg. Okay, so two guys are pranking somebody or messing about with somebody. I think it's a Ring doorbell they're looking through.
Prank some people, boy.
Something sinister happens.
Pick it up.
A sudden, very close lightning strike rips through the clouds and scares the living out of them, sending them running inside in terror.
Okay, that was actually funny. You're outside, pranking somebody with a Ring doorbell, and then lightning lands right next to you. I'd have taken off too.
Pick it up.
Okay, this Maxwell guy is in the restroom of a haunted university.
Pues estaba todo normal, pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada. ¿Ah? Vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada.
Do with a bit of a bleach in there. Ugh. Would not be greasing those seats with the presence of my butt.
Aquí justo. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño.
Is this going to be Did You See It?
Pero a ver, hoy. Escucha. escucharon?
I hear it. Is there supposed to be a face there?
No hay nada.
But did you see it?
I did.
A face can be seen peeking through the small
No thanks.
crack in the bathroom stall door. But when Axel looks over the top,
The problem with this is, it's again TikTok vertical content. There's definitely somebody or something behind that door in this
in the
shot.
bathroom stall door.
And they
But
duck
when Axel
down.
looks over the top, there's
Right, that's a Nuke edit there to highlight the area. Not a cut.
door. But when Axel
Something off. There's a blur added to it. I think this is edited in. Yeah, it's edited in. So you've seen me do this trick myself, where I open a door, and as the door opens, I've masked in and tracked with every movement of the door, Lee praying behind my door, and then I say, oh, no, and then I close the door on him, and then I open it again, and he's not there. That's the same thing. And I can see it there. You see this line of shadow next to the crack of the door? Well, the shadow disappears. Why would that shadow disappear in a frame? Because this is masked in. And this takes a little bit of time to do, because you go into your editing software and you mark out this straight line across the bottom, this straight line all the way up, and then across the top. You create a box, and then you move a frame, and then you drag the box out to match up to the line, the gap in the door. And you do that all the way through for every single frame. However, that's how you would do it in free software. I have paid software, and I can get mine to auto-track that. Every 5 or 6 frames, I can skip 5 or 6 frames and move the box, and my editing software will allow it to auto-track. It's not perfect, like that wasn't, and that's exactly what that is. Okay, so there is a Reddit user, and the dog experiences something creepy. Let's take a look, shall we? The voice wasn't unexplained. But the CCTV camera moved. Now, I have one up there, I have one on a shelf there, I have one outside the room, and I have one in my conservatory. But, you know, the two in here are because my expensive stuff is in this room. Your CCTV is normally pointing at things of expense. This is obviously looking at the dog, but these CCTV devices have the ability for you to speak through them. You can set alarms on them, motion detectors, and you can basically live view them and see things through it. There was a distorted noise. I talk through one of these cameras, it sounds distorted and horrible because the microphone and speaker systems in them are garbage. And that's exactly what I've heard here, and that's what the dog is reacting to. It's somebody pranking the dog to get a video out of it. Okay, so apparently this is a truly disturbing video because a kid's toy that has voices built into it says some weird stuff.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Yo soy Jessie, la princesa más bella del Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
¡Qué tierna eres!
Nosotras seremos mejores amigas.
¿Tu personaje favorito?
Si papá pregunta, mi favorito es mi papi. Si mamá pregunta, yo responderé que la que más me gusta es mi mami. Y si tú me preguntas, te diré que el que más me gusta eres tú. Soy una niña muy inteligente.
the mirror says that its name is Jessie, and it gives oddly specific answers to the mother's questions. Well, Edgar and the girl's mom are a little freaked out. They remove the batteries from the toy and store it in the barn behind the house. Years pass, and the family forgets all about the toy until they start to hear a strange little voice coming from the barn in the middle of the night. Edgar says that the voice sounded just like the mirror toy and was saying things like, "Come play with me," followed by a sinister little giggle. He posted his video and story to TikTok, and things got even weirder. Because you see, some viewers commented that they had the exact same mirror toy, but they said that their mirror didn't talk at all. Viewers urged Edgar to make one more video with the strange toy. He's reluctant, but eventually he searches out the mirror in the family's barn, and this happens.
Para los que me estuvieron pidiendo que buscara el espejo y le pusiera batería, aquí está. Solo pude encontrar estas piezas y pues sí, le puse unas baterías que tenía aquí en la casa. Como ven, son nuevas. La neta no creo que prenda, pero bueno, a ver, vamos a calarle. Muy miedo.
That's not the same mirror, right? Surely that's not the same. The other mirror had doors on it. This doesn't have doors. And did the other one have a red light on the top? It's a different mirror. They have just shown a video where this thing is talking all spooky wooky and woo. Look at the shape of this desk. Look at the doors. Okay, maybe he lost the doors, but look at the top of this mirror. There to this. It is not the same mirror. It is not the same toy. He's claiming there's bits missing off it. It's not. It's a completely different toy. Meaning this entire thing has been faked from beginning to end.
Hola.
Why would it have the same ghost voice in it when it's not the same toy? It's a prank. Absolute prank, because that is two separate toys with the same voice coming out of it. Okay, so the next clip, I think this is the last one. I hope it's the last one, because this hasn't been great. A guy has some weird noises in his storage container, so he leaves a camera in there to see what the noises are. Really? That doll is gonna get up.
An old antique monkey doll that he recently purchased inexplicably sits up and just moves around on its own. Then it drops right back down, motionless. After witnessing this creepy incident, the antique collector says that he believes that the old doll might be cursed.
Right, we are in the year 2024, and that was the best camera quality that they could find on the CCTV, right? Right? Wrong? No. The reason people are using potato quality cameras is it is far easier to hide a simple string pull or a wire pull or a fisherman or magician's wire pull in grainy, horrible potato quality footage than it is in 4K footage. There was not one jump scare, everything on there. I mean, the dog thing may have been cool. I don't know. There was no witness accounts or interviews with people. I'm talking about the one where people are picking their legs up and stuff like a dog was attacking them or biting them or jumping up on them. Other than that, there was the immediately obvious that, let's do a quick Google search to find out that, no, the moon wasn't throwing out lightning bolts on that night. There was a lightning strike that was funny, but not paranormal in the slightest. That was really disappointing. There was nothing you had to work hard at there to debunk. And the one that maybe some people may have gone, ooh, was the eyeball in the little door narrow, but because I've recreated that, I know exactly how that trick is done. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Remember, check out the video description, head on over to Flexspot, and get yourself one of these magnificent desks. Much love to you all. Beardo out.